they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
We got three.
Throwing is Manning on third down. It's caught. Shepard. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Check.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Manning, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing is Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. And they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got one. No chance.
On 1st and 10, Hamilton. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Working from the gun, Manning. It's complete to Golden Tate. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Let's go.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. To throw again, Hamilton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
to make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's caught by Garcon. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Manning. He completes it to Tate. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here's Manning to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Manning to throw once more. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 58 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Manning. And Tate's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdowns.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learned that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now, he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
18, Gator. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Manning. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Hamilton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. So we've reached half, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to Corey Coleman. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. What an absolutely electric return. 106 yards from end zone to end zone. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Looking to throw on second down. Manning finds his tight end Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
30 base.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
We're on the set. Here we go. Tight right. 3 down.
Again, it's Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. He juked him. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And running with power here. A big play there. Manning to Shepard. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Manning to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit.
Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys.
It's caught at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. Throwing on second down. Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Manning. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Throwing on first down. Hamilton airing this one out for Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you.
After reviewing the play,
the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the bench? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Airing this one out for Evans. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. 10. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. To throw is Manning. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. The pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing now is Manning, and that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do try.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach? Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. To throw, it's Manning. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Manning going to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants,